The Dan Hooker files have finally released. Dan Hooker getting exposed. John Strickland going crazy on Media Day. Paramount is probably mad as hell. I'm going to be showing you guys a few clips of Strickland at the end of the video, but obviously I'm going to start the video off by showing you guys the Dan Hooker files. So this woman right here, Keek Grace, decided to expose our boy Dan Hooker for being gay, right? He's being gay, and she didn't necessarily expose him for having a side piece in her, because the wife already knew about this. She posted a video on her Instagram saying that, you know, the wife and her were like cool, you know. She's also said that people with like high status with money, you know, it's like a normal thing for them to have like a side chick on the side.
What a lot of people are not understanding here is that yes, he is married, and when I met him, I was working in the booty club. He was just like a client, like at the time. This was like 2023. And he took me out the club. Captain Save a Hoe, right? Loves that shit. He loves a OF girl. He loves a ripper. He loves Captain Save a Hoe. So yeah, he started paying for my life completely and utterly. Had all his cards on my Apple Pay, paid for my rent in 2 different countries, like everything. I tried to leave this man so many fucking times, but he'd always get me back with something shiny and new. Every time he cheated on me, he'd buy me a new bag. So yes, he played up a lot, to the point where I had a wish list on my phone that was shared with him on iCloud. So every time he'd do something, he had to buy something off the wish list every time he cheated on me, right? And I kind of started looking on his phone every time, like trying to find a new bitch, a new problem, so I could get a new bag, right? Until I found out that it was a man. When I seen the man, everything changed, because like, no. And then I got abused from that. But we're not going to get into that. But yes, he was married. Is married. And me and her get along fine. Like, it's fine. It's like a lot of people, you don't really know this, but pretty much there's a lot of fucking guys that if they have money and status, they'll be married, and then they'll have like their girlfriend. All right. It's just the way of life, and like it's not a way of life I would ever do again. Learned my lesson. Shit, if you're married, never hit me up ever. I'm never doing that again. And also, it was a lot of convincing for me to even get to that position of dating. I was 22 when I met him. He was 34. And, like, having someone, like, pay all this money and, like, get you out of, like, what you were doing for work and, like, all these things. Like, the manipulation tactics were gorgeous, amazing, stunning. He ate that up. But, yeah, I would not recommend that. And if you want to say, oh, you were just a side piece, yes and no. But I don't think that excuses the abuse and everything that I had to go through just because of the way that the relationship is set up. Like, I don't know if you guys have traveled much around the world, but in like Muslim cultures, you can have like 3 wives. In Vietnam, 3 wives. Like, if you have enough money, you can have what you want, all right? And honestly, he's a fucking handful. Like, if I would hate to date him without him being married, because bitch, 24/7, no. And also, I want to mention, there was a girl before me. He dated a girl for 3 years before me and played the fuck up on her too, and a girl before that, and now there's another girl after. Like, it's like, he is a piece of shit. I took what I could out of the situation by cheating on me with a man, kidnapping me,
which is whatever, you know. I don't really care about that part. The proof, okay, there's like 4 pictures that I have to show you. This is the first. Can I zoom in? Yeah, let me see how it looks in the video so you guys can, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to like see it correctly. I hope you guys can. I hope it doesn't look that bad, but let me go back to normal mode. But it says, I'll make sure you get hard and suck you deep. And this, I'm imagining, is from like a burner phone of Dan Hooker, because it's all broken, all scratched up. And this is, I don't know, Kiwi, some, you know, New Zealand website, obviously a, you know, gay website, whatever you want to call it. And, you know, talking about, I'm busy tonight, I'll let you know, hot when 30 minutes. I'm very horny with big load, I'll make next time worth it. What the fuck is Dan Hooker on, bro? This is absolutely mind-boggling. Do you guys remember what Dan Hooker said about Paddy Pimblett? I'm just gonna play the clip.
Are you going to fight Paddy if he loses?
I don't give a fuck about Paddy Pimblett. If he wants to make it up to me, I got 9 inches he can choke on. But 9 inches he can choke on.
Yeah. You know, that joke, I mean, I don't think it's a joke anymore. I think he was being dead ass. I think he was genuinely being dead ass. Now, I'm not even joking. I'm going to show you guys another one. This is, I guess she went through his Reddit recently, visited, and it's New Zealand gays, you know, pegging, New Zealand swingers, New Zealand gone wild, femboy. He's just like us, dude. Let's go. He's just like us, man. This is what I'm talking about, brother. Let's go, dude. He's one of us, man. Come on, dude. You telling me this is not your search history right here, bro? You cannot tell me this is not what you look up. This is all he has, by the way. I'm pretty sure he only made his Reddit to look this shit up. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Because if you have this lineup right here as you recently visited, you're a demon, bro. You're an absolute demon. And that's just what he is, dude. This is another picture right here. I mean, she's exposing everything. This has to be some type of like crime, right? Going through someone's phone and, you know, taking pictures. And I feel like this is a crime because I'm going to show you guys a picture after this, but first let's focus on this one. She said, begging for head from a man in a mask, but having a 5'1" ass baddie as a cover-up is crazy. Hashtag live your truth. Yeah, he said free later tonight. I'll be in touch. He said, the person said, sweet, your throat ready from Dan Hooker. Type shit, dude. This is September, by the way, so not a while ago. The person said, hey, sorry, can't host till after 11 p.m. or 11:30 when everyone's asleep. Which I don't really know what does that mean? What do you mean everyone? Am I missing something here? Like everyone's asleep? Is that I don't want to, like, you know, start another speculation on top of him being gay, but that's a little interesting. That said, I don't know how they do it over there in New Zealand. I don't know if it's like they're very close with family and stay with family at all times, and that's what he's saying, you know, when everyone's asleep, or, you know, age is gonna be a problem. I'm just saying, dude, you never know. But again, he said, you free tonight? The person said, sorry, got a cold. Yeah, I guess, I don't know, they didn't go through or whatever. But this picture right here, the last one, this is from the same website. The person said to send a message to Dan Hooker, let me know if you want a repeat sometime. So they already had their thing, you know what I mean? The action already happened with this person. He said, yeah, next time I come, I just want to, you know, suck you off. Type shit. I probably shouldn't be saying this because it's gonna probably get clipped, you know, for the future. So, but I have to say, you know, just in case you guys are blind, and, you know, some people don't even look at their phones when they put me on, so I have to say. And the person said, yes, absolutely, I'd be ready and waiting. I'll just lay back and leave you to it. I'll leave the door unlocked, walk in, and I'll be, you know, hard, and I don't know what the hell is happening. This is some freaky ass shit here, bro. And Dan Hooker replies, I'll make sure to get you, you know, erect. And, you know, I mean, I can't even say the last part, bro. This is Dan Hooker saying this. Dan Hooker's a bottom, guys, unfortunately. He's a bottom, guys, unfortunately. God damn, dude, what happened, dude? Dude, what happened, bro? Paddy Pimblett is going to have so much ammo against Dan Hooker now. I don't think he's gonna use this because Dan Hooker will bring up, you know, messed up shit like he did, you know, about his dead friend and all that. So maybe he won't. But what is Sean Strickland gonna? I think Sean Strickland is gonna like chime into this drama and have, you know, a few words, if you know what I'm talking about. Because this is absolutely insane. Also, this is a crime. I think this is a crime, right? Because she said, he paid me a lot to shut the fuck up, yo. So isn't that like blackmail? in a sense? Well, not really. There has to be some type of revenge, something, right? Because, I mean, it is blackmail, right? Because he was gonna talk, he paid her to keep her quiet, so it is blackmail, no? Or am I stupid here? I don't know the laws in New Zealand over there, but there has to be some type of blackmail, right? But man, you know, these this is absolutely insane. But a lot of people are actually worrying about, you know, the wife, but the wife is fine with this. I think the wife, from the sounds of Keith Grace, sounds like the wife is a swinger too. I don't know what the relationship, you know, on her side is. I don't know if she also does the same thing with other guys, but she is definitely fine with Dan Hooker doing what he's doing. That's not the problem here, because she's fine with that. The problem is the problem is that nobody expected him, you know, to be, you know, to go the other way, you know, to femboys, you know, trained, you know. And the wife probably expected him to be with a woman. You know, that's the problem. Yeah, and even the side hoe, even the side piece thought it was only woman. And I'm pretty sure that this is why, another reason why she's exposing it, because I think she finds it a little disgusting, right? Because who the fuck would have thought, bro? A UFC fighter, one of the most manly sports you could be in, and this gets you off guard. This definitely gets you off guard, and I feel like she needed to talk. I feel like she did need to talk. I mean, this counts as blackmail, so she might get in trouble for this, but look, man, at least the truth is out. At least the truth is out. But yeah, man, those are the Dan Hooker files that dropped. I think it was yesterday or today. I think it was today. I woke up and the first thing I saw, Dan Hooker did what on Twitter? So I did a little bit of research, and yeah, Keek Grace on Instagram. If you want to go verify the things, the pictures are still up. But I'm gonna end it off showing a little bit of you know, Sean Strickland here. This guy went off on the NFL and Bad Bunny for the halftime show. I'm just gonna play this clip, 50 seconds, not that long.
Like, I mean, look at the NFL, dude. You had that. I don't even want to say the its name, because like, it's just like, what somebody give me his name. Just come say his name. I want to say, you know what I'm talking about, the halftime show guy, the Puerto Rican, right? Puerto Rican.
Bad Bunny?
Bro, yeah, that fucking faggot. Like, dude, it is so crazy that this is America now. Like, back in the day, dude, the NFL was the fucking standard of being a fucking man. And now every fucking year, the NFL, I think they all get together around a table and say, you know what, guys? How do we fucking ruin this sport? How do we get it up? How do we fucking ruin it? Well, I'll tell you what, why don't we bring a gay foreigner who doesn't speak fucking English and have him perform it? Like, get the fuck, and then you have like, yeah, dude, it's like, the NFL is like fucking pathetic these days. So even like the NFL players.
All right, I'm gonna end it there, right? Look, Sean Strickland wanted to, you know, steal the spotlight today, but I think Dan Hooker beat him. I think Dan Hooker's gonna do more numbers than Sean Strickland today. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is insane though, you know. I mean, look, he has 20. I mean, obviously this is not Sean Strickland, this is an MMA, you know, media page, but still, this is doing, I mean, 6.4 million. What the hell? I didn't even see that. But yeah, this is obviously doing numbers. Paramount, I don't know what they're gonna do with Sean Strickland, because they can't really make him shut up or saying stuff that they probably don't agree with. I don't know what they're gonna do. I think it's just gonna be another like Bryce Missile situation where he's just gonna be able to say some insane shit, probably get canceled online, or get, you know, a lot of hate online. Yeah, Dana White's not gonna be happy right now from these comments, and I think he's just gonna let it go. I think he's just gonna do the same thing that he did with Bryce Mitchell. He's just gonna hope he loses in his next fight, so you know his his presence is not really that much. But yeah, I think Sean Strickland, I mean, the thing is with Sean Strickland is that, to me, he's funny. That's it. It's a problem, right? Because to me, he's funny. You know, he's on the edgy side, and it's a little bit too edgy sometimes. I think he shouldn't be saying this on like at media day at the UFC. Like he should just do this shit on like on a YouTube channel. At least Bryce Mitchell did that shit on a YouTube channel, not the fucking UFC. You know, all the freaking sponsors on the back and obviously Paramount. Like, you shouldn't be doing this there. Maybe they're gonna tell him to not say that, you know, on media day and all that stuff. Maybe just stick to it and to your, you know, to your YouTube, to your Twitter, because this is absolutely insane. I'm not gonna lie to you. This saying this on media day at the UFC is absolutely insane. But that's just the way he is. And I'm not gonna lie to you. I think he does put a little bit of a show, because I don't think he speaks like this and thinks about this at all times. I think this is definitely like a media stunt that he does. I mean, he does the same shit when he's talking about his fighting. We're going to war, guys, and it's never a war. But those were the Dan Hooker files. Sean Strickland saying some insane shit at media day. But yeah, man, make sure you guys leave a like, hit that sub button so you don't miss any news, because this week is going to be insane. But with that being said, I'll see everyone very, very soon. Goodbye.